Hello, friend, and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Paradigm Podcast. I am your host, Allison Alchemia. I am so happy to be here with you again today. As you know, on this podcast, we go deep, and really, I don't leave anything unturned or unlooked at. And as things come up with my clients, with my audience, with my industry that I feel need to be looked at, that this is where we do it. And today, I'm excited and and trepidatious is not the word because I'm not trepidatious. I'm not scared, but I don't know what kind of results today's episode is going to get because I am calling out my industry. I'm calling out the coaches in the industry. And today's topic is why you should never trust instant result testimonials. Okay. So if you're new here, I have been coaching for 2 decades, but most of that has been in-person coaching. I started actually as a birth doula when I was 20 years old, and I had the untold privilege of witnessing families being born for 13 years. And we did intense coaching around not just the physical aspects of birth, but the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of that entire process. And how do you become a family? And what does that look like? And how do you change all of that? So anyway, that's just a little backstory for another day. But most of my coaching over the past 20 years has been in person. And then I made a significant shift just 1 year ago. Are you kidding me? Year and a half? Maybe it's been a year and a half, where I shifted to the majority of my business being online. Okay, this was a giant leap for me because I didn't have any online skills. I had been silent or absent from social media for like 6 or 7 years. And I had no Instagram account, I had nothing online, but I decided that I wanted to be mobile with my family and travel the world and have the flexibility to work wherever I wanted to on whatever continent. So I made that shift and I have learned so much in 18 short months. And, wow. And I'm calling us out. I'm calling online coaches out. Why? Because there is a thread of marketing that is happening in the online space that is entirely misleading. And I'm going to prove this to you from a quantum physics standpoint, why it's BS. And this is coming from a place deep down in my gut. I can feel this in my belly, and this is something that needs to be spoken on. So that's why I'm doing this, because like I said on my stories last night, as a coach, I need to sleep at night. I need to know that if I know something that could help you guys out, that I'm sharing that. Otherwise, the level of integrity that I'm playing at is unforgiving for me. Right? So I need to, this is for me. This podcast episode is for me, selfishly, but it's also for you because I want you to really be empowered after hearing this, what I'm about to say. I want you to leave feeling empowered, like you are standing in your own right and that you know what to do for you. Okay. Because we don't need to give our power away to anybody, not any coach ever. Right? Certainly my clients are not giving their power to me. This is not what that's about. There's this idea out there that the answers are out there, the answers are out there, the answers are out there. Guess what? They're not. They're not. The answer is within you. It's actually within you. You hold the answers. You hold the key. Okay, this is exactly what I do with my clients. This is why I love human design as a tool, because it gets us into them. It gets me into what you are made up of on the inside energetically. And we just turn up the dial on you. Okay, so if you have been online for a minute, Over the past few years, you have seen the coaching industry boom and blossom, and this is a wonderful thing, and I'm very happy about it. It's not regulated, and that comes with pros and cons. But one of the things that I see, and I see this with coaches who are making $500,000 a year, coaches whose coaching packages cost $20,000 for 6 months, coaches who charge a premium, and that's their right to do so, and they have a lot of experience for that. However, what I'm seeing and what is getting my goat, if I'm from Kentucky, I'm saying it's getting my goat, is that they're touting these testimonials, and the testimonials sound something like this. Oh my God, ever since joining your program just 2 short weeks ago, I've signed 3 clients, and I've this and I've that and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, just within 1 week of this and that, I hit this ceiling, and I blew, this goal out of the water, and I hit my income level goal, and blah, blah, blah. And these these short-term results that happen overnight after they hire this coach. Okay. Now, full disclosure, I have had these results with pretty much every single client that's ever hired me. However, that has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Now, if you work with me for 6 months, like my coaching package is, you will absolutely be a different human being. You will operate differently within your business. You will walk differently. You will talk differently. You will have that confidence. You will be empowered. And those testimonials are powerful, okay? But what is with this short term, just 1 week later, just 2 weeks later, I'm blowing stuff out of the water? I want to know, the scientist in me wants to know where those people are at 3 months into the game, 4 months into the game. Where are their businesses at? Where are their business goals at? Are they meeting them? What's going on? I actually know the answer to this because some of my clients have come from coaches like that. And they are struggling to get clients in the online space. Now, most of my clients are not coaches who coach online. Most of my clients are actually healers, medical professionals, people with healing gifts who do both in-person work and online. That's neither here nor there. But I do have some clients who have transitioned from this other type of coaching. And what I have seen time and time again is that they were misled. They were told that they would get instant results because they were advertised to with these testimonials that everybody gets instant results. Well, guess what? That's a phenomenon that happens when you invest in you. You could get that same result by investing $5,000 in your dream vacation and finally doing the damn thing. You don't have to hire a coach to get those overnight results. This is quantum physics at work. Okay? Namaste to all my online coaches out there, but I'm calling us all to a higher standard. I'm calling all of us to a higher standard. My family will vouch and tell you that being in my orbit, being in my world, the standards are high. The standards are high. The love is high. The gentleness and the warmth is also very high. Like, I will hold you energetically while I call you out. However, I call myself to a really, really, really high standard. And so when people are in my world and when people are in my industry, I'm calling us all to a higher standard. Okay, so the overnight results, the quantum physics behind that, it's an energetic exchange that you're having with the universe. I've had this happen to me every single time I have made an investment, whether it was in an amazing coach, right? Whether it was in a coach where I found out that, like, behind the scenes, it was like a Wizard of Oz thing where you pull back the veil and it was like, oh God, what did I do? I've done that too. Okay. But with every time I have really invested in me from a place of alignment with my soul and with my spirit, I have gotten that reciprocity from the universe, usually within a week or two, sometimes sooner. This has nothing to do with the coach that you hire. This has to do with you. This has to do with you living in your energetic alignment. This is a particular frequency where you're telling the universe what you want and you're taking action and going after it. That's what gets you overnight results. Okay? So from a frequency standpoint, you have the power. You have the power to choose how you want to be in the world. You don't have to go hire the most expensive coach out there to get results, to get overnight results. I just proved this to myself. I'm my own guinea pig first and foremost. I just proved this to myself last week when I did a conscious frequency shift and I changed everything in my life. I think I mentioned at the last week's episode that the eclipse eclipsed a lot of things out of my life overnight, and I was very conscious and aware of this, and I really worked at a very, very high level consciously with my energetics throughout this last few weeks, and I have raised my own standard, changed my own frequency, and unapologetically gone after everything I've wanted as if I am the billionaire that I desire to be. Yes, that's a billionaire with a B, okay? So when I started doing that, do you want to know what happened? 2 of my biggest lifelong dreams, one of which I've been dreaming about for 4 years, the other one I've been dreaming about for maybe 25 years, both of them started coming into fruition and coming true overnight. Why? Because I invested in myself. This time it wasn't the money, energy I was investing. It was the time, the devotion, the thoughts, the alignment, my rituals that I was doing, my whatever, I still went about and lived my life, right? I have 3 kids. I'm a single mama. Like, I've got plenty to do and I keep doing it. However, I have devoted myself to my primary job, which has been for years and always will continue to be, to manage my own energy at the highest level that I possibly can, with love, with gratitude, with joy and bliss. And that right there is what will get you the overnight results that everybody is hungry for. I love overnight results. I love quantum leaping. I am the queen of quantum leaping, okay? So I'm not demonizing these overnight results that people get, and I'm not satisfied with that for my people. I want lasting results. I'm sick and tired of hearing from people who have been misled by sexy marketing that these results are going to happen, and then 4 months into it are struggling because they're not being seen, they're not being deeply acknowledged, they're not being energetically held by someone who's big enough to hold their biggest dreams and visions, right? And I'm sick of it. I want more. I want better. I want better from the industry. I want better for my people. Okay? This is why, go listen to the episode with Jennifer Rowe a couple weeks back. She was a previous client of mine. It was such an honor to have her on the podcast, but really the honor was working with her, right? Working with her for an extended amount of time so that we made lasting shifts. Because when you get that deep into your own energetics, with your own human design, with your own frequency in front of an embodied person, that shit lasts. That sticks. Okay? And it translates into business. It expands the business. It attracts those soulmate clients over and over and over and over. And then you really start to understand that this is an energy game. This is a frequency game. This is a frequency game. Okay? People who have gone from nothing to multiple millions per month have said and continue to say it's a frequency game. And I'm here to back that up 100%, right? We all believe this lie. I was listening to one of my mentors who I love and adore, Elizabeth Ralph, the spiritual investor. And something that she said recently was that everyone believes that like, well, once I have more money, I won't have money problems anymore. Bullshit. I had a beloved uncle who is richer than God, and had plenty of issues, and he died poor, okay? Because the money issues don't go away. It's not a money issue. It's an energy issue. It's a frequency game. That's why I do inner alchemical work with people, because that's the work. That's where we get long-lasting, lifetime results. I'm interested in shifting the whole game, turning it completely inside out and upside down, and creating the new paradigm, the new earth, the new you, the new improved version of you that is going out and making money like you're breathing air because it just comes to you. Because those soulmate clients hear your voice, they see your soul, and they need to work with you. Which, by the way, if you're feeling that call, I do have a couple of spots left in my one-on-one coaching container as of this recording in April of 2024. So DM me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison and ask to book a call. There's a link on my profile for these insight calls. These calls are so powerful, so potent, so beautiful. My interest in these calls is getting you coaching and a free consultation that will blow your socks off. That's my promise. If I'm not hitting that mark, I will give you another one. Because I'm driven from my sacral energy, my bones as a manifesting generator. Like, this is in me. This is actually in my incarnation cross. It's in my soul's purpose and mission to do this work with my aligned people. And there's other ways to work with me as well. If you're looking for just a personal human design reading, there's a link on my profile at Alchemy with Allison for that. But we around here, we're interested in lifelong transformation, where the new version of you that is not worried at all about money because they're too busy being of service. They're too busy impacting the world, right? I see that my son just joined live. Hi, Judah. I was just telling the audience what kind of a standard I hold myself and the people in my life to, including my family. So he can vouch publicly for the high standards that we are all called to. And at the end of the day, it's because I'm interested in impact, like I was just saying. I was, Monday night, I had the privilege of speaking and presenting to functional medicine practitioners in Northern Colorado. And I told them, and I'll tell you, when I was kind of sussing out my life's mission and my purpose and my dream years and years ago and exactly what I wanted to do, when I had that vision going on 8 years ago now, or 10, I was bedridden with Lyme disease. I was in a toxic marriage that I didn't believe I could get out of because I didn't want to hurt anybody. I was not able to function on a daily basis. I wasn't showing up for my kids. I wasn't showing up for myself. I was just in a horrendous place. And I had this vision of me standing up in front of doctors and instructing them and teaching them. And I was like, wait, what? My brain was like, wait, what? My soul knew that it was true and that I was seeing the future and that it was coming to pass. But my brain did a flip and I was like, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't have any credentials. I don't have any this, I don't blah, 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 blah. Imposter syndrome much, right? But why did I choose that route? Why did I want to teach the leaders and lead the leaders and heal the healers? Because I am here to make the largest splash in the world that I possibly can. And if you want to do that, what do? You go to the top, and then you go to the top. Okay? That's the kind of energy that we embody around here. So that's why the standard is relatively high. The level of integrity has to be relatively high. That's why I will never promise you instant results, even though I can say that every time someone has hired me in alignment with their soul, they do get instant results. But not because of me, like I've already said. It's because it's an energetic exchange with the universe, where the universe gets that message loud and clear that you are aligned with your purpose, and you're literally putting your money where your mouth is. And the universe is going to reward that. And then when you show up to your coaching calls with your coach, and you show up and you, for yourself and in your daily, routine, even if it's just 5 minutes a day of aligning your energy, but you keep showing up and you keep doing the work, the inner alchemy over a few months' time even, God dang. I mean, it's just the results are not only lasting, but they're big. Like, they're big. That's where quantum leaping comes in, left, right, and center. And then before you know it, it just becomes the norm. That's how it has been in my life the last year. It's just the norm. When I manifested the house of my absolute dreams, right? In the neighborhood that I dreamt about living in for years. And all these things just started falling into place. It wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was a conscious manifestation. And that is what I teach my people how to do inside the one-on-one container. Because like I've said before, and like I will say until my dying day, the answers, my friend, that you are seeking are inside of you. The answers that you are seeking are inside of you. If you are interested in unlocking these answers deeper, then please reach out to me at Alchemy with Allison on Instagram. That's one of the easiest ways to get in touch with me. I still check my DMs personally and plan to do that indefinitely. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your big vision is. Let me know. I've yet to hear a vision too big. Okay? Like, I was that 16-year-old planning to cure world hunger, right? My client yesterday, we were sitting and having a meeting, and she had some big, awesome visions for her and for her clients. Oh my God, she's a psychologist, psychotherapist, and transitioning into life coaching. And what she was telling me, her visions that she's wanting to create in her community were beautiful. And then she's like, you'll let me know if you think I'm going off the deep end, right? Am I going too big here? Am I living in fantasy? And I just kind of sat back and said, honey, you are asking the wrong person. I will never tell you that your dream is too big. And furthermore, I believe you can do it. We can all do it, because this is a frequency game. And once you start cracking those codes, literally the sky is the limit. Literally, the sky is the limit. Okay. I hope that today's episode was helpful for you. If you did find this helpful, please share it with a friend. Please leave a review. It just helps the algorithm so much, especially on newer podcasts like this. I would love to hear from you guys. When I hear from you, it just lights up my day. I'll probably shoot you a text or a voice text back just to connect and say hello. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. I will see you again next week. Namaste.